Hello and welcome back to another episode of TCN. Today we have been given a gift by a good friend, and let me say this is an interesting one, so I figured let's review it. We have got Great Wall Cigars Year of the Dragon. So in proper fashion, I believe this is from China, and what I've been informed of is that it is a half New World, half Cuban blend. So that should be interesting. And going over the dry puff, that's actually very approachable. It's got this light creaminess to it, a little bit of like I'd almost call it clove or baking spice. It's very mild, but when you really start digging through it, it has some nice complexity. All right, we finished the cigar, and I gotta say, not too shabby. Getting into the first third, starts off with some kind of charred wood, a little bit of creaminess. Getting in the second third, that creaminess transitions into this butteriness almost. And I'd say the char stays a little bit more prevalent. It's still prevalent, but the cigar remains very smooth smoking. It's a very flavorful cigar, but it doesn't come off harsh at all. And getting in the final third, that's where things really start ramping up. You lose that creamy, buttery profile. It's primarily charred wood, a little bit of earth. It's I want to call it acrid, but it's starting to get to that point where like it's getting bitter. This is a very interesting cigar. I think besides like the year of the whatevers from Liga that are made by Gran Habano or whatever, I think besides that, this is my first like Chinese house brand, like only Chinese deal. Like usually those Ligas are made by a Chinese company for Drew Estate using Drew Estate tobacco, from my understanding. Where this is like them sourcing their own tobacco. This is a Chinese company through and through. They're not using another brand. They're not working through another brand. So it's very interesting. And I'd have to say this, like it, in my opinion, captures what I'm assuming they're trying to do, which is still hit the Cuban mindset where it's smooth, it's creamy, it's flavorful, but where it steers away from like what I'd call in that classic Cuban profile, like baking spice. It leans a little bit more in the charred wood. And while I just had it with water, it would probably be great with something like a whiskey. You might even be able to do something like a double oak, where it's like real woody and oaky, and that might help balance that out and bring that creamy, buttery profile even more forward. And finally, just to mention on the notes, construction, burn, and draw were surprisingly good. This thing felt tight when I first picked it up. I was like, wow, I hope the draw's all right. This thing feels like I don't say like a brick, but it did not have much give. And this thing smoked perfectly. Great clean burn, good ash, and honestly the draw was smooth, easy, not too much, not too little. Finally, is this cigar noob friendly? I would actually say yes. If you find yourself over in China or find yourself with a friend who smokes these, or I don't know where you'd buy them, honestly. I didn't do too much research. It's a gift, and I want to smoke and appreciate it. And I don't want to look too deep into it because I want to be genuine and honest about it. But hey, thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.